Hey folks, welcome to the Steady Steps podcast. I'm Brian Volpone. This episode today I think is going to be pretty interesting because generally I think there are two types of people that relate to this topic. We're going to be talking about dealing with clutter today, and some people have a real handle on this. Their homes are tidy, cars are good, offices and desks look nice. Other people really struggle. I'd say that's probably the majority. You've probably heard the phrase out of sight, out of mind. But really the opposite is true, because when clutter is in sight, it stays on our minds even when we don't realize it. I was recently introduced to this concept called clutter blindness. And the idea is that we stop noticing the mess around us because we've become so used to it. It just becomes normal. So the papers on your desk, old mail on the counter, or the random objects piling up on that one chair, like you wear a shirt just for a couple of hours, you don't know what to do with it, so you stick it on a chair and then you stick something else on the chair, and then next thing you know, you've got a pile of laundry over there and you don't know what to do with it. Over time, your brain just tunes it out. But that doesn't mean it's not affecting you, because clutter makes your life harder. For one thing, it slows you down. How many times have you searched for something that was buried under that stuff? You knew where it was, but then all of a sudden it's not there and you can't find it, so you have to spend the time searching for it. And it also adds a layer of mental background stress, because your brain is taking in all those visual cues, even if you're not consciously paying attention. It's called sensory overload, and it can make it harder to think clearly and stay focused or feel calm. And that can really affect you in your home, in your office, wherever it is. I kind of envy the people that don't struggle with that, but I think most of us are constantly dealing with the extra piles of things around us. The good news is that you don't have to become a minimalist. Remember, we're dealing with small, intentional steps to tidy up your space, and that can help your mind feel more settled and help you feel more in control. So let's talk about that.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really digging into something incredibly practical, something that, it touches everyone's daily life, yet we often overlook its profound impact. We're talking about the transformative power of a truly tidy space. We're going to explore not just how to declutter, but why it makes such a difference and maybe what truly drives the mess in the first place.
Precisely. Yeah. The goal here is really to give you a clear understanding of the genuine advantages of a less cluttered area and to delve into, the deeper reasons why clutter builds up for so many of us. And finally, equip you with truly actionable steps you can actually implement today. Think of this as your shortcut to reclaiming not just your space, but your mental clarity too.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. Beyond just, finding your keys faster, what are the immediate tangible benefits of tidying up? Does it truly impact more than just basic convenience?
Oh, absolutely. What's fascinating here is how directly it impacts your cognitive function. Yes, a tidy space makes things smoother. You find what you need quickly, sure. You spend less time hunting for lost items, and you simply feel more in control of your day. That's true. But it goes deeper. Physical clutter literally bombards your senses. Research shows that when your visual field is chaotic, your brain actually has to dedicate more resources just to process that stimuli.
Wow, really? So it's like background noise for your eyes.
Kind of, yeah. It can lead to reduced focus, increased stress hormones, even measurable anxiety. Essentially, your brain is always multitasking visually, even if you're not consciously aware of it.
That's a powerful insight. So it's not just about aesthetics. It's genuinely about freeing up mental bandwidth. It sounds like much of this clutter has internal roots, but our environment plays a part too, right? Why do we let things pile up? It feels like it shouldn't be that hard sometimes.
Right. It raises this important question about fundamental human behavior. Internally, decision fatigue is a massive culprit. Think about it. Every single item you own demands a micro-decision. Where does this go? Should I keep it? Do I need it? And frankly, it's just easier to avoid making those decisions altogether. So, things pile up.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Decision fatigue. What else is going on inside?
Well, over-attachment is another big one. Sentimental value, or even just the subtle fear of regret, what if I need this later? It makes it incredibly hard to let go. And surprisingly, perfectionism can paralyze us. Waiting for the perfect time, the perfect method, or the perfect storage system before even starting.
Oh, so you never start.
Exactly. So nothing ever gets done.
That's fascinating. So it's not just the amount of stuff, but the mental load of deciding about each item.
Mm-hmm.
And often these internal struggles are kind of compounded by our physical surroundings, right? So beyond our own heads, what environmental factors are secretly working against us?
Spot on. External reasons include practical issues like, well, just not enough dedicated storage, or maybe a poor room layout, where things simply have nowhere good to go, so they inevitably pile up somewhere.
Yeah, like that infamous doom pile or chair.
Precisely. And shared spaces can also introduce clutter from other people, which can cause friction or just make you feel discouraged, like, why bother? And of course, simple time pressure. In our busy lives, tidying often just falls way down the priority list.
Like, all makes so much sense when you lay it out like that.
Yeah.
And the single most relatable cause, that one habit we all probably fall victim to.
Yeah. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's really the path of least resistance. It's just fundamentally easier to drop something for now than to put it properly away immediately. This isn't laziness, not really, but it's a hardwired evolutionary trait. Often called the principle of least effort, we're designed to conserve mental energy.
Take the easiest route.
Exactly, we're wired for it. The key then is consciously creating systems or habits that make the right path, the tidy path, the new path of least resistance that helps overcome this default setting. It reminds me of that pile of mail on my counter right now, just so easy to drop it there, and suddenly it's a mountain.
Oh, I feel that. That's so true. Okay, so what does this all mean for someone listening who wants to make a change and actually tackle that mountain, whether it's mail or something else? Give us some practical, actionable steps that kind of leverage these insights we've discussed.
Okay, definitely. There are some very effective strategies. First, and this is crucial, start incredibly small. Focus on just one surface, like one table or one countertop. Just get that quick win to build momentum.
Okay, one surface. I like that. Manageable.
Right. You could even set a timer for just 10 minutes. It creates a sense of progress without feeling completely overwhelming. It sort of taps into that psychological effect where our brains like completing tasks. Even a small start creates a mental hook to finish later. Also, try to embrace the one-touch rule. If you pick something up, handle it once. Don't just move it from the table to the counter.
Put it away properly the first time.
Exactly. Put it directly in its designated home. This prevents that constant shuffle and redecision making.
The one-touch rule sounds incredibly efficient. But for someone juggling, work, family, everything else, it can still feel tough just to start with that discipline. What's the key to making it stick? Making it easier?
Yeah, good question. It's really about making the home for items so obvious and convenient that putting them away becomes easier, or at least as easy as leaving them out. Think about maybe going by category instead of by room sometimes. All books together, then all paper. That method Marie Kondo popularized. It helps you truly see the volume of what you own in one category.
Right, see it all at once.
And for daily wins that really build consistency, try clearing your most visible surface every single day. Maybe it's your kitchen island, maybe your desktop. Those small, visible successes truly reinforce the habit and show your brain the immediate payoff.
That instant feedback loop. Makes sense. Okay, and one final quick tip. Something to build consistency and maybe cut down on future stress.
A super simple one, a 2-minute reset at night. Seriously, just 2 minutes, quickly putting key things back in their homes before bed. It can significantly reduce morning stress, and it really helps build that lasting habit. It makes a world of difference for how you start your next day.
That's a great simple takeaway. So what stands out to you, our listener, from all of this? It seems clear that tackling clutter isn't just about cleaning. It's a fascinating deep dive into understanding our natural human tendencies and building these small, sustainable habits that work with our brains, not constantly fighting against them.
Indeed. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it, if understanding this principle of least effort can help transform our physical spaces, what other aspects of our lives could be simplified or maybe improved by understanding and working with our inherent inclinations rather than always pushing against them? It's definitely a powerful thought to mull over as you navigate your day.
Man, this can be a real struggle. It's easy to get overwhelmed with all that junk that builds up. And if you've ever purged and cleaned a space, you know how freeing it can be. But remember what we're shooting for here. It's not perfection. We're just talking about some mental breathing room. Small, steady steps are what are going to make the difference. Let me give you a really practical way to get past this problem of clutter blindness where you don't see the stuff. I lead a book group at work, and we had to discuss this topic one time. So I had everybody take a picture of their desk and bring it to our meeting. And it's amazing when you take a picture, it helps you to see better the objects and whether they should be there or not. So try that with the space you want to deal with. Just take a picture of it and then look at that and try to spot what should be in that area and what shouldn't. And then here's a real practical step you can take to declutter that space. In our house, the problem area is the kitchen counter. Mail comes in, other things, and we tend to leave it in this one spot on the counter. So every so often, we'll go through and we'll clean that area, and we play a little game. We call it the one-touch rule. So we'll put everything into a pile. When you touch something, you have to deal with it. It has to go where it belongs. You can't pick it up and put it back down into the pile. So what you find, it's like a game. You find that you start looking for things that you can pull out in the pile, like pixie sticks, that you know you can throw away, let's say. And you can start going through it. Makes it a little more enjoyable, makes it more fun, but the one-touch rule really makes it helpful because you can't just shuffle stuff around. More than anything, remember the most important thing. Just start small. Decluttering your whole house is overwhelming. It won't happen. But taking 3 minutes to throw away some old mail on the kitchen counter is very doable. And then do 3 more minutes tomorrow. And it sounds small, but it adds up. Little by little, those tiny moments of order help train your brain to expect and protect a more peaceful environment. So what's your decluttering target? I really would love if you'd leave a comment so we all know we're in this together. Here's mine. I have a desk in my bedroom and I have piled things on top of things on top of things, and it's a disaster. So I'm going to start small and start cleaning off my desk, taking just a few minutes to get rid of some of the junk that's there and put things in proper order. So thanks for listening to the Steady Steps podcast. If this episode has helped you to think differently about your space, take a minute to like and subscribe. Maybe share it with a friend who'd appreciate a little more peace in their day. Talk to you guys next time.
You've been listening to the Steady Steps podcast, thoughtful moments and practical insights to help you walk a more intentional path. This show is written and produced by Brian Volpone with M1016 Productions. Our theme music is generated with Mubert. AI voice performances and discussions are supported by Notebook LM, Gemini, and ChatGPT. You can learn more, listen to past episodes, or get in touch at steadystepspodcast.com or email us at any time at steps@steadystepspodcast.com. Thanks for listening and keep taking steady steps.